In recent years, the popularity of tennis across Asia has exploded, in no small part down to Japan's Kei Nishikori. His rise to one of the world's best players has seen him transformed into a sporting icon at home. But Nishikori's impact means he's also well on the way to becoming a global star.
For US, there are a lot of big stars, but we're talking about Michael Jordan kind of big. He's that big. In Japan, I'm talking about, and then obviously in the international wide, he's getting bigger as well.
I'm sure it's going to help, Japan tennis, and it's actually fun to be like this. Not many people can feel, this feeling.
Undeniably, one of the biggest stars in Japan, that glittering spotlight could change somebody. Kei's remained just the same.
Best part, I think, is the people love him so much is that he's a really good character. He's a really good kid. I know him for a very long time, but he hasn't changed. After you become that big, you can actually change, but he's just the same way he was when I met him when he was 13. He's just same, very nice kid, down to earth. That's why I think he has a lot of fans and a lot of sponsors wants to be part of it.
His personality doesn't change. He's always nice, always smile, and always coming to talk with me and some friends. He's very friendly, very nice guy.
It's not just at the Asian tournaments that Nishikori gets huge support. All over the world, fans are now coming to watch him play.
It's always makes me happy, and I get a lot of motivation, people watching practice and playing a match. So, but I got used to this couple of years.
I think it's great for our sport. He's a great player, and I think the best Asian player ever in the history of Asia, I think. And I think it's good for Asian tennis overall. And more players like him, I think we can get more tournaments in Asia, and it's going to help the Asian players definitely.
Kei's on-court exploits have only increased the level of interest in tennis across Asia. He looks set to be a figurehead for the game in the region for years to come.
Kei's success has been something that Asian people have embraced, not just in Japan. And we see it when Kei plays at tournaments that we have in Asia, the people who come out to support him. We also see it with the World Tour finals, the broadcast figures back to Asia. Between 2013 and 2014, Kei played last year, and the broadcast figures back to Asia tripled with Kei's participation. A lot of that was Japan, but there was also a very large chunk of people who tuned in from all around Asia.
Most importantly, even with the increasing spotlight everywhere he goes, Kei's on-court performance remains as solid as ever.
I try not to think too much about, media and outside stuff, so I try to concentrate, what I have to do on the court and off the court too. So. But it is a good thing, with a lot of people and media following me.
Tennis in Asia has undergone a remarkable growth in recent years. And last week in Shanghai, some of the stars of the region took the chance to celebrate just how far the sport has come.
Well, it's something that we all grew up with, isn't it? The growth of Asian tennis, where is it going to get to, and how far can we go, and all of that. And I think having played in the 70s and 80s and having known what it was then and what it has become today, I think it's just wonderful.
I think this is really important, have these events to tell everybody, the tennis is really is good in Asia now.
Asian tennis has grown, tremendously. When I first came out on tour, there were really only a few Asian tournaments, and now, you're hosting some of the biggest tennis tournaments in the world in Asia.
This is very important for us, I think this is first time for me to be these big events for especially, Asian tennis, and I'm sure that more Asian players coming up.
They have very hungriness, and many players start successful. So I think Asian tennis is going to change a lot from now on.
In Kei Nishikori, Asia now has an established top 10 player. The Japanese is a star for others to follow, a sign of what's possible. If things are exciting right now, the future could be even brighter.
I'm excited for his future. I think it's a very bright future, and I think the exciting thing is that he's gotten to where he is. top 5 in the world, and but yet he still has so much to improve upon. So hopefully his best tennis is ahead of him, and his peak years are waiting for him.
I feel as if Kay's, sort of taking the torch, and he's sort of representing all the Asian tennis players, and everyone looks up to him.
You can see a couple of good guys are coming up, so hope more guys are coming up from Asia, and we try to develop more strong Asian team.